What's going on, everybody? What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Fourth and Goal Sports Show. I'm your host, Tyrus Filson. News came out. News came out. It's been out for a while now. The Washington Commanders have hired their new general manager, Adam Peters, from the San Francisco 49ers. This is a big hire. This is a big hire. By no stretch of the imagination is this an exaggeration. This is a big, huge hire that could possibly change the trajectory of this franchise. To some, that's an exaggeration. To some, that's just too far fetched to be true. And I don't blame them for believing that. We've seen big things happen for this organization and this team time and time again. We've gotten hype and we haven't seen the results. That's happened. What makes this one different to me is I feel like now, more than ever, now, more than the past attempts, now, more than any time before, it feels like they're doing it the right way. Let's fast forward to Ron Rivera. Ron Rivera had a tall task being the coach and the general manager at one point. Then he hires a front office people, Marty Herney, Martin Mayhew. You hire those two, and what profession do you know where you get to hire your boss? That's not how that works. But because of how dysfunctional it was under Dan Snyder as the ownership, as the owner of the team and the organization, that's the stuff that happened. Ron Rivera got put into a difficult situation. He had to basically manage a certain portion of the front office and coach football, which by no means he should have had to do that. But this is the Commanders, folks. This is the Commanders. But even going past that to the old days, not too old, but not too long ago, but consider the old days now because we're starting anew. Where it seems like so much has happened since then. But go back to Bruce Allen as the GM. The culture is dang good. Yeah, him. Do we even need to talk about that? The dude was a clown. So I'm going to say it again. Now more than ever, the Commanders have a restart. They have a refresh, a fresh start to begin anew. And it feels like Adam Peters is going to lead this organization in the right position. I'm not going to be overreacting. We still need to see results. We still need to see decisions made. And I'm excited to see who the head coach is going to be. But when it comes down to it, this move is how you plant the seed to get a tree. It's step by step. You got to plant that seed. You got to water it. You got to give it some sunlight, and it's going to grow into a small plant, a medium-sized plant, into a large plant. And that's what other organizations, especially contenders, that's what they do. That's what they do. Josh Harris said he wants to model his team, the Washington Commanders. He wants to model them after the Baltimore Ravens. That's what he said. Look at the Baltimore Ravens. They've been watering their plant for a long time. And they've been building. They've had the same coach for a decade plus now. That Harbaugh is that dude. It's no mistake there. They're building a culture where they don't have to constantly recycle or trash. They've built a culture. They've built a culture where they don't have to recycle and constantly trash their coaches, their players, their front office execs. And I respect that. And that's something that us Washington fans just aren't accustomed to here. Front office people, we get rid of them quick. Coaches, we get rid of them quick. Players, we get rid of them even quicker. We don't let them develop. You draft a guy, gets an injury, automatic bust. That's how we treat them here. That's how we treat them. Look at the 49ers, who Adam Peters is coming from. You got guys like Nick Bosa, who had a torn ACL, comes back, one of the best defensive ends in the NFL, arguably the best. So it's all about patience. I want a GM that's patient and that makes big time decisions when it comes to signing players, when it comes to trading for players, when it comes to drafting players. And I think Adam Peters is the right hire. He was the best GM option on the market. And respect to Ian Cunningham of the Bears, respect to him. Would have loved to see the brother get the opportunity, but I think he's in the right spot too. I think he's in the right spot too. Um, with the Bears trying to turn them in the right direction. They've been in a poverty franchise just like we've been for the large part of the last 2 decades. So at this point now, with this hire of Adam Peters, this is a step in the right direction. And to be honest, this is the first real GM that's respectable, that's accredited, that's respected across the league. This is the first real GM us Commanders fans have had in a long time. Um, and his I could go on and on about this man's pedigree, but let's start here. He started out as in the scouting office, in the scouting position. Started out coming in as an intern straight out of college. He went to UCLA, came in, New England Patriots. He's a young man getting his feet wet. He goes to the New England Patriots on the scouting office and the scouting team. Gets a Super Bowl there. Gets another Super Bowl there. Works his way up. Later, goes down to the Denver Broncos. When they had Peyton Manning, they defeated Cam Newton in that Panthers team that year. He won a Super Bowl there. The guy's a proven winner. And now look at him. He's made a Super Bowl. He's made it to a Super Bowl with the 49ers. He played a large hand in building that roster, the behemoth of a roster that is, a super team of a roster they have year after year, year in, year out. You go to this year, they still have a chance to win the Super Bowl and really make history. They have a chance to do that. So Adam Peters, without a doubt, without a second question, he was the best option for the Commanders. Adam Peters is a winner. When it comes to Adam Peters, from the research I've done, words that come to mind: a winner, a leader, a man who exemplifies the traits in which we want to surround this football team and traits that we want to surround this organization. I mean, quite frankly, this organization, when you say Commanders and you say, even going back to the old names, the Washington football team, the Redskins, whatever you want to call them, this organization as a whole, when you think of the words that describe this organization and you compare them to the words that describe Adam Peters, it's refreshing. It's refreshing to hear those words from Adam Peters around the league. That's how he's respected. It's refreshing because, those words I just used to describe Adam Peters, those aren't words that you would use for the Commanders, the Washington football team, the Redskins. Those aren't words you'd use to describe those teams, that organization as a whole, this organization, because of what it was like under Dan Snyder. But we have a new owner now. We have a new GM. Soon we will have a refresh at the front office now that our GM is hired. And soon we will have a new head football coach. Possibly Ben Johnson of the Lions. Possibly Bobby Slowick of the Texans. Who knows? Could be Dan Quinn of the Cowboys. It's going down. It's going down, Washington fans. The time is now. I'm going to say it like this. I'm not trying to get ahead of myself, but if you're not on the ship, stay on that side. If you're not on the ship, stay on that side, because we're coming and we're going to rise. We're going to rise quick. Simply put, we got the new owner. We got the GM. We're going to get the new coach soon, who can't be much worse than Ron Rivera. No disrespect to him. Let's just call it what it is. You can't get much worse than that. You traded up for a long snapper. Can't get much worse than that. So, and then after the coach, you get the coaching staff coming in. And then you draft your quarterback. More than likely, you're going to draft the quarterback. Let's just keep it 100. But the time is now. The time is now. A new beginning is here. Commanders fans, a new beginning is here. I cannot wait to see what Adam Peters has in store. I mean, you've seen this guy's resume. Look at the 49ers, people. Just look at the rosters they have year in and year out. Their evaluation of talent is 10 times, 20 times, 30 times, 40 times, 50 times, 100 times better than what we had here with Ron Rivera and Del Rio, that clown, We went through the struggle with that because of their talent evaluation. You draft guys like Jamin Davis, no disrespect to Jamin, he's a dog. But you draft him first round when he was projected to be a second round value pick, even third round. Emmanuel Forbes, Cameron Cheeseman, De'Ami Brown. These are the picks that Ron Rivera made. I could go on and on, but we're past that now. We're at a new era. But compare those picks to the picks that Adam Peters has made as the GM. Compare Adam Peters' picks, free agency signings, trades. Compare that, all those acquisitions, to Martin Mayhew, Ron Rivera, Marty Hurney. Compare that. It's not even comparable. You draft guys like Nick Bosa. Now that's a generational talent. That's a generational talent. You trade for Chase Young for a bag of chips, basically. A easy finesse. We'll take that. That's what the 49ers said. Adam Peters didn't do it alone, of course. You had Lynch in there as well. You had Shanahan and the great coach that he is. But Adam Peters, when it comes to assistant GMs, he's the top of the top. He was the number one guy. I'm pleased with this pickup. I'm pleased with this hire. I'm excited for the future of this team. I'm excited for the future of this organization. A change is coming, folks. A change is coming. Once we hire the head coach and get this coaching staff together, watch out, folks. Watch out, because if we get one of them top quarterbacks in the draft, or even if we run it back with Sam, I'm confident. I am confident in our new GM, who's a proven winner. He got 3 Super Bowls. He's a proven winner. He's done it at the highest level. One thing you don't want to do is hire losers. You want to hire winners. They did that. You can check that off the box. Next thing you want to do is hire another winner. Hire a winner at head coach. That was our mistake last time. Ron Rivera, we hired him after just getting fired. I mean, what can I say? Hire a winner. Hire someone who's hot, who has the hot hand. You know what I'm saying? And I think Ben Johnson, Bobby Slowick, Dan Quinn, who knows? Maybe even Harbaugh. Probably unlikely. But, we got options. And I'm excited for the future of this team. But in conclusion, I just want to say thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for supporting the Fourth and Goal Sports YouTube channel. Please be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, as well as follow to the Fourth and Goal Sports Instagram page. But without further ado, I'm your host, Tyrus Filson. Have a blessed day. Peace.